Okay, good evening, class. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir. We can hear you.
We're going to start in a couple of minutes more. And let's wait until the rest of your classmates join the session, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're going to start. Today we have to cover reading, okay? So I hope you all are ready to practice. Before we start, please, I'm gonna share my screen and show you the kind of questions you are going to see in this section of the test, okay? There are 6 in total, so I hope you consider them all at the moment of answering this kind of questions, okay, guys? Okay, let's start. First, let me call the attendance. Okay, I'm going to start with this list. Okay, is Cabrera Segarra Nathaniel here?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Thank you. Gomez Choque Freddy Felix. Okay, I don't think he is here, so no problem. Hoyos Mauricio. Okay, he's not here. Montes de Oca Machicao Diego Francisco.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Olivera Flavia.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, who was? Okay, Jose Espinosa, hello.
Yes, Jose.
Okay, Hoyos Mauricio, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Olivera Flavia is here. Okay, no. Urbina Andrea. Okay, not here. Let's move on to 14 now. Okay. Asines Schruffel, Gaston Alejandro is here. Okay, no. Espinosa Figueroa Josué.
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Peralta Valeria.
I'm here.
Thank you. Prado Gamboa Daniela. Okay, not here. Rolano Herrera Ana Karen. Okay, not here. Saavedra Espinosa Andrea. Okay, not here. We have 6 people here. Okay, Andrea Urbina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So please, if you have just joined the session, let me know so that I can check your attendance, okay? Now, let's start with the presentation. Let's see. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's start. As I was telling you, we're going to cover reading, okay? We're going to practice with reading today. And as I told you, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? 6, 7, 8 kind of questions, okay? That you are going to encounter when taking this test. 8 kind of questions in this part of the TOEFL test. What is it about and what to do, okay? Here we have one kind of question, another one, another one, another one, another one. What we're going to do is the following. We're going to tell what is the question about and what to do dealing with this kind of question, okay? So be ready. Can anybody help me reading this?
Yes.
Please.
Which one? Factual information.
Factual information, that's it.
Okay. Factual information. It does to recognize information that is explicitly stated in the text. Major ideas, details, definitions.
Okay. As you read, in this kind of question, you are going to be asked to recognize information, okay? That will be explicitly stated in the text. What does this mean? Well, you're going to find the answer in the text, okay? In this kind of questions, you have to find major ideas, supporting details, and definitions. But the most important part here is that you will be able to find the answer within the text. Okay, guys? That is important. You will find the answer in the text. The answer will be written in the text. You will be able to read it. So this is the most important part or aspect that you have to consider in this kind of question, okay? What else, please? Negative factual information. I'm gonna read this for you. Instead of only one answer being true, 3 of the 4 answers are true, okay? In this kind of questions, you will have 4 options to choose from. From those options, 3 of them will be true, okay? Will be right. And 1 of them will be wrong or false. What do you have to do here? Well, you have to determine which one is false. In order to identify this kind of questions, please notice the presence of this kind of words, except or not. Whenever you see these kind of words, except or not, in the question, you will be able to realize that it is a negative factual information question, okay? And what do you have to look for in this kind of questions in order to answer? Well, you have to look for information that is not in the text or is contradictory to what you understood, okay? In order to answer these kind of questions, you have to find the option that is not in the text or contradicts your understanding of the text, okay? This is negative factual information. You have to find the wrong answer, okay? That is the main idea. Now, let's move on to inference. Can anybody tell me or help me reading this?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Inference. To identify information or comprehend an idea that is not explicitly stated. State.
Okay, in this part of the question, please, you have to infer, okay? The information or the answer will not be written in the text. You won't be able to read it. You have to use your understanding of the text in order to answer these kind of questions, okay? Okay, how to identify this question in the test? Well, you have to look for words like infer, imply, or suggest. Whenever you see these words in the question, you will be able to realize that it is an inference question. What do you have to do in order to answer? Well, you will have some options and you have to eliminate wrong answers, okay? The wrong answers. And what else? You have to apply scheming. Do you know what scheming is, guys?
No.
Okay. Scheming. What is scheming? Well, scheming is about reading quickly to identify major points. You have to read, okay? As fast as you can. And you have to identify major points. I'm going to show you a video in a moment so that you can see how to properly scheme it, okay, guys? But we're going to do that later. Now, rhetorical purpose. Can anybody help me reading this?
Yeah. Rhetorical purpose. This will ask why the author has presented a piece of information. To know the definition of keywords for the most complete answer, skimming.
Okay. In this kind of question, please, you will have to justify or state or find the appropriate answer to ask or to respond, to justify why the author has presented a piece of information, okay? For this, you are supposed to know the definition of some keywords. It is important in this kind of question to know the definition of keywords that are usually highlighted, okay? Keywords are usually highlighted in the text. So consider that. From the options that you will have in this kind of question, you have to look for the most complete answer, okay? Maybe one option states something, okay, and it is true, excellent, but probably you can see another option that may offer a more complete idea. So what is the answer? The second one. Although the first one is true, the second one is the best. Why? Because it is more complete. So consider doing that at the moment of answering this kind of question. And finally, it is a good idea to do a scheming as well, okay? Read as quickly as you can to identify major points, that is. Okay, can anybody help me reading this vocabulary?
It asks you to identify the meanings of words and phrases as they are used in the reading passage. Look
Okay,
for,
thank you.
okay.
Okay, as your partner read in this part of in this kind of questions, what you have to do is to know vocabulary, okay? You're going to be asked to, I don't know, talk about synonyms, antonyms, words that may be related to the words that were written in the reading passage, okay? So what do you have to do in this kind of question? First, you have to look for highlighted words or phrases, okay? Highlighted words, it is important. What else? You have to build your vocabulary. The more you know about vocabulary of the language you are learning, it will be the easier for you to understand anything that you read or listen to. Okay, guys? So for this kind of question, for reading, it is really important to practice vocabulary, to know more about the language, to know more about the words, phrases, sentences, all those things that are related to vocabulary, okay? So my suggestion, my personal one, is that you should work on your vocabulary in order to develop it. Okay, guys? Vocabulary is really important. What else? You have to be aware of the types of vocabulary you're going to encounter. Okay. The types of vocabulary are academic and specialized vocabulary. The academic vocabulary is the one that we all know when learning the language, okay? Academic vocabulary. And what is a specialized vocabulary? Well, as you may know, maybe, I don't know, medicine, maths, chemistry, physics, use their own vocabulary, their own terms, okay? All those terms belong to this specialized vocabulary. It is more difficult to understand, I know, but do not worry. Why? Because you're going to be given the definition of this vocabulary, okay? Before or while reading this passage, okay? So do not worry about it. Finally, work on roots of words. Can anybody tell me what root means? The word root. What does root mean? Can anybody tell me? Anyone?
Is it related to the origin?
That's it. It is related to the origin of words, morphology, okay? For example, the word terra. I think it comes from Latin. If you know the word, the meaning of terra, which means earth in English, and tierra in Spanish, well, what happened? What will happen if you see the word terrestrial in English? The root is ter. So since you know the meaning of terra, well, you will be able to know that terrestrial is a word related to earth. Okay, so it is a good idea to know about roots of words, okay? So that you can understand a lot of words in English language, okay, guys? So it would be a good idea to check it out later. Let's move on, guys. Now, can anybody help me reading this sentence simplification? Anyone? Mauricio Hoyos, please.
Sentence simplification. It asks you to identify a sentence that has essentially the same meaning as a sentence from the reading passage. Pick the sentence that includes the essential information. Understand the relationship between pieces of information in the passage.
Okay. What do you have to do in this kind of question? Well, you will be asked to read a highlighted sentence, okay, in the reading passage. What do you have to do is to find the best sentence from the options, okay? The sentence that best summarizes what you read in the reading passage. Okay, I'm gonna say this in Spanish so that you can understand in a better way. Okay, guys, ¿qué tienen que hacer en este tipo de preguntas? Se les va a pedir que lean una parte del texto, una oración. Después de eso, en las opciones que van a tener disponibles, van a haber muchas oraciones. Lo que tienen que hacer es elegir la oración que contenga la información esencial, ¿ok? Por eso, en este sentido, lo que tienen que encontrar es la oración que exprese mejor la idea que han leído en el texto. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's move on to insert text. Can anybody help me reading this part, please? Apart from the ones that already did it.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you, Josue.
Yes. Designed to show that you understand the logical order of ideas in a reading passage. Insert sentences into the text so that it has coherence. Now the pronouns to identify the placement of sentences.
Okay, guys. What do you have to do in this kind of questions? You will be asked to order the sentences, okay? So that all the passage has logic or has coherence, okay? It is coherent to your understanding. You have to organize and put the sentence in order. That's it, okay? I'm gonna say this in Spanish as well so that you can understand. Se les va a dar unas cuantas oraciones. Lo que tienen que hacer es ponerlas en el lugar adecuado para que el texto tenga lógica, ¿ok? Sea coherente. Esa es la idea, ¿está bien? ¿Cuáles son mis sugerencias para este tipo de preguntas? Mucho ojo a los pronombres. Los pronombres les van a ayudar mucho para saber dónde va una oración. La idea acá es que el texto tenga lógica y sea coherente a lo que han entendido. ¿Está bien? Esa es la idea de este tipo de preguntas. Tienen que ordenar las oraciones en un texto para que éste sea coherente y tenga lógica. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Sí.
Okay. Let's move on to the last one. Please, can anybody help me reading this? Prose summary.
Okay. Designed to show that you recognize the major ideas and the relative importance of information in a reading passage. Select 3 options from 6 choices that express the most important ideas in the passage.
Okay. Prose summary. In this kind of question, you will have to take into account the whole passage, okay? All the reading passage, all the paragraphs. What do you have to do? You will have 6 choices or 6 options. From those ones, please, you have to choose 3 options, okay? That best express the most important ideas in the passage, okay, guys? In Spanish now, please, guys. Se les va a dar 6 opciones, de las cuales tienen que elegir 3. Esas 3 opciones van a expresar las ideas más importantes de todo el texto, ¿ok? En un orden. Así que lo que tienen que hacer ustedes es elegir las 3 oraciones más completas que expresen lo que han entendido de la mejor manera, lo más importante del texto. ¿Ok? Solo 3, recuerden eso. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any question, any doubt, any problem that you may have? Please let me know. Now it is time for you to speak. If you have any problem or any question, let me know before we start practicing.
Teacher, in the insert text, the sentences are like a puzzle, like como un rompecabezas.
Not exactly, but there will be empty spaces. Okay, so you will have to click on the sentence in order to put it in the right place.
Okay.
Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other question? 1, 2, 3, okay. Since there is nobody who would like to ask, let's start practicing, okay, guys? I'm going to, first I'm going to show you a video of how to do a skimming, okay? It is a good practice, so I hope you find it useful for the test. Give me just 1 second and I will have it ready for you to watch. I will also send a Google document, okay, in which you will find the reading passage. We're going to start with a reading passage. You will have 10 minutes to read it, and after that, we're going to answer the questions together. Are my instructions clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's watch the video on how to properly skimming, and then we're going to start the practice. First, I'm going to send this link for you to okay, the link is in the chat box of Zoom. Click on it, and as soon as you're there, please let me know, okay? I need to make sure that you can see and can read the passage. Please, the link is in the chat box. Go there. I'm gonna share the screen right now. Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay. Please pay attention. This is how you do skimming, okay?
One way to build your reading skills is by practicing skimming, which is reading quickly to identify major points. One way to skim is to read the introductory paragraph, then the first sentence of each of the middle paragraphs, and then read the concluding paragraph.
Okay, how to skim? You have to read the first paragraph. After that, you have to read the first sentence of the supporting paragraphs, and then you have to read the concluding paragraph. It is a way to do it as fast as you can, okay? Let's move on.
When you're practicing, try reading a passage twice. The first time skimming to get the main ideas, then read it again more carefully to see if you really did get those main ideas.
Okay, guys. Is it clear how to skim?
Yes.
Okay, what do you have to do? First, you have to read the first paragraph. After that, you have to read only the first sentences of the rest of the paragraphs. Finally, you have to read the concluding paragraph. Okay, after you did all of this, you have to read the whole passage in order to understand in a better way, okay? That is the way you have to skim. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to start with the practice. Guys, are you in the Google document?
Yes.
What about the rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to read it, okay? Please, 10 minutes to read it. You will have 3 reading passages, okay, in the TOEFL test, in the reading section. Consider having 20 minutes to work on one passage, okay? 10 minutes to read and 10 minutes to answer the questions, okay? So that is what we're going to do now. 10 minutes to read. As soon as you finish reading, we're going to see the questions, okay? So please, now it is time for you to read the passage, okay, guys? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, please start reading, and please, if there is any question, any doubt, let me know. I am here to help you. Start reading. From now on, you have 10 minutes, please.
Teacher, excuse me, I have doubts, please.
Tell me what happened.
Yes, what does mean in the final sentences, dams and the flooding of ecosystems? Is this word?
Okay, where is it?
This leads to the construction of dams
In
and
what paragraph?
in the last.
Okay, biodiversity ensures a resource on new fruit crops and medicines, plant balances ecosystems, protects watersheds. That's it.
No, in the last sentences.
Okay,
Dams.
Okay, the need of more energy to power larger cities and economic growth trend leads to the construction of dams, the consequent flooding of ecosystems.
Yes.
Emissions of, okay. Construction of dams, the consequent flooding of ecosystems and increased emissions of pollutants. Okay, what do you think it means? You have to guess from context. I won't be able to help you with the test. I'm gonna give you the answers, but what do you think it means?
I don't know, probably. mm, Probably this is not good for the ecosystems.
Okay, dams. It is related to represas in English.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay, it is a barrier that is constructed to hold black water. Okay, so that is what it means.
okay.
Okay, guys, 1 minute, okay, to finish reading. Okay, guys, time's up. Are you ready? Did you finish reading?
Yes.
Okay, what about the rest? Did you finish reading?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, guys. Okay, something happened while we were reading, right? A partner had a question. Okay, as I told your partner, please, you have to infer from context, okay? It is a good idea to understand what you are reading, okay? Okay, in this case, I was able to help your partner, okay? But when taking the test, anybody will be there to help you, okay? So please, you have to increase your vocabulary, and a good idea in these cases where you do not know the meaning of a word, the context of the passage will be really helpful, okay? You can infer the meaning of a word by looking at the context, okay? What are the words that here? Dams. The question was about the meaning of dam. Okay. What is the sentence talking about? The need for more energy to power larger cities and economic growth. The rain leads to the construction of dams, the consequent flooding of ecosystem, and increased emission of pollutants. Flooding, at least for me, it is a term related to water. Ecosystem, it is a term related to nature. Rivers, maybe. So dams can be inferred, okay? You have to do that. You have to infer from context, okay, guys? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, guys, so it would be a good idea to infer from context. Now, let's move on to the questions that we have for this section. We're gonna have 30 seconds to answer each question, okay, guys? So please be ready. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to answer these questions, okay? Let's start now. Please write your answers in a separate piece of paper, okay? Only the answers. Let's start. 1 minute to answer these questions, please. Let's start. 1 minute.
One and two, only one.
The two of them, please.
Okay.
Okay, guys, time's up. Let's move on to the next questions, okay? 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to answer questions 3 and 4, and then more time to work on question number 5, okay? There you can see the questions. 1 minute from now on. Time is up, guys. Let's work on question number 5 now, okay? There you can see question number 5. 30 seconds. Time's up, guys. Let's move on to the next question, okay? Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to answer this question. Let's start. Okay, guys. Let's move on to the next questions, please. 30 seconds to work on this question, please. Okay, guys, time's up. Let's move on to number 8. Question number 8. Okay, 30 seconds. Start, please. Let's move on to question number 9 now. There it is. 30 seconds from now on. Okay, guys, now let's move on to the last question of today, okay? There it is. 30 seconds from now, please. Okay, guys, did you finish? Was the time you had okay for you to answer these kind of questions? Tell me, let me know.
Yes, I'm finished.
What about the rest?
I finished.
Okay, guys, now I need you to know, I need you to tell me, please. Was the time you had to answer this question okay? Or you needed more time, please, maybe?
Probably a few more time.
Okay, what about?
Yes, teacher. I need more time.
Okay, yes, it is really difficult sometimes, right? But why am I doing this to you? Because when taking the test, you will have at least 20 minutes to answer the questions for each reading passage, okay? So consider the time, please. You will have to read 3 of these passages, okay? 3 of them. 3 of these passages that you have here, 3 of them. Okay, so consider the time at the moment of answering these questions, okay, guys? Time is really important for you to finish these questions because we have more than 10 questions, as you can see here. Question 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So consider the time, okay? Here we have another reading passage.
Down.
Okay, guys? So it is important for you to take into account the time, okay? Now, please, your answers, please send a picture of your answers to the WhatsApp group, okay? So that we can keep them up for Friday, okay? On Friday, we will continue working on these exercises and we will continue working with another exercise, okay? So I hope you all guys are ready. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
What about the rest? Okay, please.
Sorry, do we have to
It's
send
clear.
the answers now or until Friday?
Until Friday, okay? But you have to have the answers ready for Friday, okay? Because we didn't finish answering the whole questions to this passage, okay? So have the answers ready for Friday, okay? And it would be a good idea to send them to the WhatsApp group, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other question, guys, maybe?
No.
Okay, then we can finish the session now. As always, please, I would really appreciate you complete the daily survey, as we always do, and then you can leave the session. Thanks for attending and see you on Friday, okay? Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks,
Bye-bye,
bye-bye.
teacher.